Separation. The hall was full of crowd, many big dignitaries were on the dais, the best personalities were present for an event, the persons from media industry were present. The name of Best Journalist Award was going to declare, and the moment was there, the name announced. And not most precious award, the Best Journalist Award for the year. Put your hands together, and the name is Miss Ankona. The host of the program was announced with a big smile was on her face. The clapping was continuously going on. When the name of Ankona has been announced for an award, Ankona was in pink dress, and in that dress, she was looking more beautiful. She was walking on ramp. On the red carpet, she went to stage, and she accepted an honor. The clapping was just amazingly going on. Everyone was very happy, and basically, Ankona, who was deserving candidate for the same, behind this success, it was her dedications. Passion of work and using an appropriate words for writing. Within few years she reached the destination of journalism, where she was looking herself, when she was studying the same course. Ankona, who was looking herself in media industry, when she was in 10th standard, in one program, she met to Mrs. Shobha Jha, who was the best journalist. And Ankona inspired with her pleasant personality, having a tact to handling the people, writing on current situation, and writing in papers as well as in magazines. After her meeting, she was continuously reading to Mrs. Shobha Jha. After 10th she went at arts field, she learned language, and got command over on the languages. After that, she done her masters in mass communication and journalism. She scored a good marks in her masters, and she joined immediately a leading newspaper brand for starting her career in journalism. With some years she achieved a great success in her work. She started with junior reporter. She was working on lifestyle, entertainment, and health-related column in newspaper. Her column was very popular, especially ladies who were the main reader for the same. Afterwards, with that newspaper's brand name she started a magazine for women's. And she was the head for the same, and it was again having a great success. Her magazine got many awards, and now she was working as sub-editor for the same newspaper brand, and today was her day. It was moment for which she was waiting from many days, and now today, she was awarded as the Best Journalist Award for the year. Ankona guided to an audience, and her every word was really remarkable to those who were present at that event. She was also delivering a lecture from where she has done her masters, and at the college also she was very popular amongst the students. Meanwhile, Ankona was also writing novel, and it was now going to complete. After finishing the program, she came to home, she opened the house, she was alone at the home. No one was with her, no family, no anyone, only one person who was with her. That person was her work. She freshed herself, she made a cup of coffee, and she came in balcony, and it was a newspaper in her hand. She sat on chair and she stared to reading and enjoying her coffee. After finishing her coffee, she turned in her studies. Her studies was like a library, every type of book were there, and that studies was decorated with beautiful amenities, with proper lighting, and crafted with beautiful paintings, a separate bookshelf, an atmosphere and ambience of the room was an excellent. Ankona took her laptop on the table, and she started for typing her novel. Though Ankona was commercially successful, but in personal life, she failed. Why she failed in her personal life? It was the question remain always same. She was trying to get the answer, but many times she wasn't able to get an answer. So many thoughts was waving in her mind and she was creating the questions in her mind. It was just questions, but what about answers? She was trying to get it, but she completed final draft of her novel, and she was feeling relaxed. Since last 2-3 months, she was working on her novel, and today she completed her novel. She woke up from chair. She saved all data. She closed the laptop. Now she was feeling hungry. When she saw in clock it was near about 9 p.m. She cooked food for her. She ate that food. Afterwards, she watched TV. And then she went for sleeping. It was her routine. Her schedule was packed. From morning to till night she was keeping busy herself, so that the another thoughts weren't coming in her mind. Surendra was Anokna's brother. He was working in private firm, and he was having good income. He was having his own family. His wife, Angha, was working as a financial consultant. In financial company, Surendra wasn't keeping more relations with Ankona because Surendra thinking that now she is capable enough to take her decision, and now he has his own family. How much he will take care of Ankona? Ankona was waiting for Surendra and for Angha, but both of them not visiting to her house. Once, she was having her birthday, she called both of them, but they didn't came. She felt very bad. She was assuming that both will not come, but when Surendra called her for coming on her birthday, and she was feeling very happy, and like usuals, neither Surendra came nor Angha for her birthday. She removed all thoughts. She went in an orphan-age children home, and she celebrated her birthday with them. On that day she was very happy. She gave many chocolate, cakes, and gifts to that children, and when she saw the happiness on their faces, she found the key of happiness, and from that time, she was celebrating her birthday in an orphan-age children home regularly. Her novel was now ready for getting published. Very soon, the hardbound of her first novel copy, she was getting in her hand. She was on that thinking. Her mobile ringed. Yes, I will come. Definitely I will come. She was very happy because the call was from publishing house. That publisher told to Ankona that the hardbound copy of her book is ready. When she saw the copy, it was an incredible moment for her, and she decided to have a celebration for inauguration of her novel. She arranged a program. It was lovely program, usually. She called Surendra and Angha. They refused, and then she didn't force them. As expected, the program got a huge success because her name was popular in media industry. Many big personalities were presented in that program. The name of novel was Separation. Ankona and Amit were a couple. Both were very happy, though their marriage was arranged, but on both of them they was having a love which was really a symbol for others. They were very careeristic. But they were taking the responsibilities of their family too. Ankona was taking very good care of Amit's mother. Amit wasn't having father, and his father's death, his mother took more care of Amit. Amit was very good educated. He done his masters in management, and in good company he was working as a management trainee. He achieved a good success in his career. Ankona was also having a good career graph, but she was taking good care of her mother. She was looking to her mother also. It was a lovely and sweet family. Their career was on bright path, both having achieved what they deserved. They celebrated their 5th marriage anniversary, and for that occasion they gave a grand party. Their relatives and family friends were present on that party, and really it was great party. Both families and their friends enjoyed a lot. After completion of party, Amit's mother asked them for their baby. Now you completed 5 years of your marriage, now you should think for baby. I want to see the face of grandson daughter. Don't mind if you get son daughter. But to fulfill your family, it is needed. I haven't said till date, because you both were busy to make a good career. I can understand the importance of the career. Now I think you settled in your career. You fulfilled your dream, then you must take a chance for baby. Amit's mother told to both of them, some days before. Ankona's mother said the same thing to Ankona, and it was a repeat telecast, but the mouth was different. I think we should listen to mummy. Now we earn what we want, and we must take chance for baby, Ankona said to Amit when they were alone on their room. And now they started their planning of family. They tested everything, but Ankona wasn't carrying a baby. What was the problem? Whether the problem was in Amit or in Ankona? Who was the responsible for it? The questions was the same. Ankona was worrying about the reports of both. I am feeling very scary. What would be reported? Ankona said to Amit. There is no any meaning of worry. The report wouldn't be changed. Whatever it is, it will remain the same, so don't worry. Whatever the report, we will both accept it, Amit said to Ankona. With Amit's word, Ankona feeling a little bit relaxed, but the tension was the same as her. Next morning, they got their reports, and it was strange. The report was for the test, who is not capable of reproduction, whether the problem in Amit or in Ankona. When they got the report, both were shocked. They came at home, Ankona was just crying. Amit's mother asked about the report. Amit was also not able to explain. He directly went to the room. Ankona was just crying. Amit was just looking to her. Even he not tried to understanding to her. He took his bag and he went for office. Ankona didn't understand how should react on the behavior of Amit. At night, when all were on dining table, Amit's mother asked about the report, and Amit got angry, and he left out the dinner. Please, don't angry on the food, we will talk, please don't go. Ankona was requesting to him, but he wasn't able to understand to Ankona. The days were passing, and the differences between Amit and Ankona was also increasing. Ankona was doing her work regularly, but now, their relations were not proper. Amit's mother was trying to solve the differences, but Amit, he was not adjusting with Ankona. Ankona put the option of an adoption, but Amit refused her proposal, and he said to her he wants his baby, not anyone else's baby. He wasn't ready for an adoption. Surendra was just looking the show. He neither participating nor giving any suggestions, so he was behaving like a third person. Ankona wasn't understanding from whom she should take help. One day, Amit kept proposal in front of Ankona, and it was getting separated. Amit gave a leave notice to Ankona, and he filed the petition for divorce. Ankona shocked when she got the legal notice. For the same, she asked to Amit, and he told it is his decision. I want to increase my family, and with you, it won't possible. Amit was angry with Ankona, and gave his decision. Ankona asked his mother, she talked with Amit. Amit wasn't ready to listen. They got divorced, from the court, both were separated. She didn't ask any compensation from Amit, because she was financially strong enough. Surinder didn't entertain to her, and told to her for not coming at home. She started her own life. It was fully career-oriented. It was strictly professionalism in her life, but what about her personal life? It was disturbed totally. It was a grand event of her book launch. She got good response from readers, and many copies were sold in the program. She came back at home. The questions remained the same. Was it easy to Ankona to digest this separation? It was easy to Amit. The things were very casual to him. He never thought about Ankona. The problem can be solved by both of them, but the divorce wasn't the solution. But Amit took the decision of separation. The separation was an end of their story. It does not just end, but it was starting a new life to Ankona. But the questions remained same again and again. The separation was the full stop for their relations.